A new exclusive report in Us Weekly reveals actor Denzel Washington had a heated confrontation with rapper Sean Diddy Combs at an all-night party back in 2003.
There's a saying, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong.
Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay. Right. Just, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
I think I made my point clear. So if child welfare come in here in 30 minutes, that's on y'all. My kid's downstairs. 15 minutes, the kids have to go. Thank you very much.
Academy Award winner Denzel Washington apparently confronted Diddy at a party. We have the details. Also, what was the secret signal for people to leave a Diddy party? And how have friends Elon Musk and Dave Chappelle reacted to Diddy? We got that too. Though what happened inside was more extreme. Here's the report. A source who was friendly with Diddy tells Us magazine exclusively that in the 2000s, this incident happened where Washington and the music mogul, got into a beef during an all-night gathering. Denzel screamed, "You don't respect anyone," the insider recalled. The incident ended in Washington storming out. Denzel and his wife, Paulette, had been partying until dawn with Diddy, and they had seen something and stormed out. The source added, Us Weekly reached out to Washington and Diddy's reps, but no comment. Look, I've seen Denzel. I remember when the Will Smith incident happened, he was one of the first people to jump up there and try to talk some sense into Will. He does seem like he's always trying to help others get there. That says something.
Does he go down there?
And yeah, apparently he was at these parties, clearly leaving early, getting an act out of there, because he must have known the secret signal, guys. Did you know what the secret signal was to leave a Diddy party before it got too extreme? Well, reports are now coming in revealing that as well. What happened before 2 a.m. pales in comparison to what happens at 5 a.m., a source told Us Weekly as well. Insider claimed to have attended one of the infamous soirees themselves, saying they were known to be wild. Anything went at those parties. According to another source who allegedly wrangled guests for Diddy's white parties between 2006 and 2011, many A-listers, clearly like Denzel, cut out early before things took a turn between 2 and 3 in the morning. Girls would start to lose their clothes. That was the signal for people to leave.
And when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong. Wait a minute, I'm not done now. The devil goes, oh no, leave him alone. Hey, he's my favorite. Don't you bother him.
Yeah. But listen, this what we ain't gonna do. We gonna leave this man name out of this Diddy shit.
Well, it starts in the home. If the father's not in the home, the boy will find the father in the streets. I saw it in my generation and every generation before me and everyone since. It starts in the home. If the streets raise you, then the judge becomes your mother and prison becomes your home.
According to a new report, the altercation took place during an all-night affair he was attending with his wife, Paulette Washington, in 2003. An insider who was allegedly close with the Oscar winner told Us Weekly that Denzel screamed, quote, "You don't respect anyone," at Diddy. Denzel and Pauletta reportedly witnessed something so offensive that it caused them to storm out of the event. Diddy is infamous for his wild bashes, which have been attended by Leonardo DiCaprio, Sarah Jessica Parker, Ashton Kutcher, and more stars over the years. But the parties have recently come under scrutiny in the wake of Diddy's arrest on sex trafficking, racketeering, and prostitution charges. It appears that what happens at Diddy's parties doesn't always stay at Diddy's parties.
Absolutely. Now, Kinsey, there are also claims that actor Denzel Washington confronted Diddy at one of his parties back in 2003, reportedly storming out after a heated screaming match with the rapper. What can you tell us about these reports?
Yeah, I do think we're going to continue to hear a lot more of these types of stories because people feel safe to speak with Diddy behind bars. There's a real sense that he could spend the rest of his life in jail, and that will give people the courage to speak up.
Absolutely. Now, the Daily Mail is reporting that the UK government's outgoing Cabinet Secretary, Simon Case, could potentially pen an explosive tell-all on the breakdown of Harry and Meghan's relationship with the royal family. Kinsey, this is a surprise. What else can you tell us?
This could be really juicy, Rita. There have been reports of tension between Case and the Sussexes, particularly during the period leading up to Megxit. It's understood that Simon Case was involved in internal discussions about how to handle media coverage around the couple's growing dissatisfaction within the royal family. He was also said to have played a significant role in orchestrating the separation of the households of Prince William and Prince Harry. So he has a lot of insider information. I'm here for it. I know that's horrible to say, but I would read that book, Simon.
Well, is there still an appetite for this sort of content? Because we have heard so many reports. We've had so many news reports about Meghan being a horrible bully and Harry being whipped and all the shenanigans between Harry and Meghan and William and Kate. Is there still an appetite for this? Have we not heard it all before?
How you doing, Denzel? How you doing tonight, man?
Looking good, Denzel. Looking good. Looking good, man. Looking good, Denzel.
In 2003, Hollywood's epitome of grace and integrity, Denzel Washington, found himself at the epicenter of a controversy that still has people talking. Known for his unwavering values and calm demeanor, Denzel attended one of Diddy's infamous No Limits parties, an event synonymous with excess, secrecy, and indulgence. By the end of the night, witnesses watched in disbelief as Denzel stormed out after a heated confrontation, allegedly telling Diddy, "You don't respect anyone." The question remains, what pushed Denzel, a man rarely associated with controversy, to his breaking point? Diddy's parties were the stuff of legend, lavish and filled with Hollywood elites. These events were more than just social gatherings. They were playgrounds for the rich and powerful, but they were also shrouded in whispers of misconduct, hidden cameras, and behavior that blurred the lines of decency. For someone like Denzel, whose career and life were built on discipline and principles, this wasn't just another party. That night, something or someone crossed the line. Among the attendees was John Stevens, a rising young actor hoping to network with Hollywood's elite. He described the party as intoxicating and overwhelming, but also noted an undercurrent of unease. It was clear that not everything happening there was above board, Stevens later admitted. But when Denzel spoke up, it was like time froze. No one expected him to call Diddy out in front of everyone. Then there was Elena Moore, a well-known socialite with deep ties to the industry. She observed the tension building throughout the night. Diddy thrives on pushing boundaries, and his parties reflect that energy. But when Denzel walked in, the entire vibe shifted. He wasn't there to indulge. He was there because of his respect for Diddy. What happened that night completely shattered that. Adding to the mix was Victor Vince Carter, a music executive who had been a long-time attendee of Diddy's gatherings. "I've been to dozens of these parties," Vince said. "They're loud, wild, and often out of control." But Denzel wasn't just mad. He was hurt. It was like he saw something that fundamentally challenged who he is. While the exact details remain elusive, sources at the party claim Denzel may have stumbled upon one of the more controversial aspects of Diddy's gatherings. Rumors point to hidden cameras, discreetly placed around the property, allegedly used to capture guests in compromising positions. Others suggest that the party involved underage attendees or coercive behavior. For someone like Denzel, who holds himself to the highest standards of integrity, witnessing any of these scenarios would have been intolerable. Among the guests was Maria Alvarez, a stylist who described seeing Denzel pause at the entrance of a private room before returning to the main area, visibly shaken. It was like he had seen something that completely rocked him. He wasn't just angry. He looked betrayed. Even Lisa Chung, a journalist known for mingling with the A-list, hinted that there were whispers about what Denzel had seen. People say he walked into something that no one should have to witness, let alone someone like him. Whatever it was, it crossed a line. The fallout from that night was swift and significant. Denzel's walkout wasn't just an act of defiance. It was a statement that resonated across Hollywood. While most attendees kept silent, the news of Denzel's confrontation with Diddy spread like wildfire. "It was a moment of reckoning," said Vince Carter. Denzel showed everyone that some lines just shouldn't be crossed. Diddy, for his part, remained tight-lipped about the incident, but those close to him hinted at tension brewing behind the scenes. For years, his parties had been considered untouchable, a symbol of his power and influence.